Hey, San Antonio, this is Rob for the MetalWorks tonight. I am in Austin at the back room to welcome back a longtime friend of mine. Yes, one of the most distinctive voices in metal, undoubtedly. I have with me Mr. Dez Farara, formerly of Cold Chamber, now kicking ass with DevilDriver. How you doing, Dez?
I'm doing fine, man. Thanks for having me.
It's been a long time, man.
Yeah. You were right there in the beginning, so thanks for being there right now.
And you're looking better than ever and kicking ass better than ever. So let's go ahead and talk about DevilDriver. As I was saying a little bit off camera, when I first heard this music, I really was taken back because the heaviness of it. And I never had associated Dez Farara before with something that heavy. But of course, I mean, you can't deny the voice. You hear it, and it's very prominent. But tell me a little bit about when you started this band, and tell me a little bit about these people that you have in the band, because obviously the sound is great, and with the voice, it's undeniable.
Right. Well, I started doing this project as I was doing Dark Days, the third Cold Chamber album. And after the first Cold Chamber album, I wasn't really pleased with the music that they were kind of bringing to me. So I knew I was going to have to make a move. So while I was doing Dark Days, I was doing demos with Evan, my guitar player. And how we formed the band was Evan left me a small napkin at a place where I normally eat and said, hey, I hear you're in town, let's jam. And I called him. We became friends for about a year, and then after that, I said, hey, now's the time. Let's make some good heavy music. Everybody else was kind of formed organically by other bands. They were friends, hanging out, barbecuing and such. And the criteria was basically everybody do their job, don't have anything that fucks you up, from doing your job, and you got to love heavy music. And that's basically it.
And for some of those people out there who haven't yet heard it, or seen it, how would you compare what you're doing now musically with what you've done in the past? Where do you feel DevilDriver falls in the genre?
Right. First of all, we don't fall in a genre. That's a good thing. I like to say that we're everything good and heavy in your CD case is what we are. We're kind of like Damn the purists. We love everything from black metal to death metal to everything. You can hear it. I would just call us all-American heavy metal rock and roll. That's what I would call us. And as far as how it differs from what I did before, the other members in my previous band had other influences in their writing style. A lot of electronic music, a lot of goth, a lot of stuff like that, which I'm influenced by the gothic scene, but I was never really influenced by kind of the electronic music scene, and that's really where they wanted to go, and thus that's why I had to make the departure and do something that I feel is from my heart, which is get back in the trenches, go heavier than most, and really try to start something else again in the United States. I mean, all over the place. I'm getting demos every single night, right? So the basements of the United States right now are rumbling with musicians playing heavy-ass music. So I really think that it's coming back into the forefront right now, and I'm glad to just be part of it. And
I'm glad you mentioned that. That was usually one of the questions that I like to say for the end, but tell me a little bit, since you brought it up, how do you feel nationally that the scene is doing? It kind of seems to me, I agree with you, it seems like it's on an upswing.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely splintered off as well. Now it's being characterized, I mean, even some stuff that's heavy is, oh, you're not heavy enough, or this and that, so it's definitely splintering off. But I think it's on an upsweep, and all I can say is DevilDriver's right there, and we're bringing it to you. Live, we're one of the most insane bands. I mean, I can tell you that for sure. If you come out to the show ever and you're not satisfied with us giving 150%, I mean, I'll personally give you the money back and shake your hand. So,
San Antonio, and this is the debut from DevilDriver. It's already out on the streets. Go out there and pick it up. I was telling you before we started that the CD sounds extremely well on the stereo, man. Nice and hot and loud in your face. Tell me a little bit about the recording and who you did it with and the technicalities behind that.
Recorded with two producers, Ross Hogarth and another gentleman named Dan Serta, two different studios. One studio was a studio called Rumbo, which is world famous, Appetite for Destruction. I mean, amongst others have come out of there. Did most of the drums and stuff there, and then went to another studio called Castle Oaks in Los Angeles, way up in the hills, kind of tucked away. Finished all the guitars and all the vocals there, and it was really cool to work with two producers in two different studios, and just a really great experience because it kept it very fresh. Other than that, the stories are basically just, you know, drinking rum and having a great time, as a band should. This time around was really great. You know, Coal Chamber was the kind of band who, not to slag off on them, but we were never in the studio together when we were making an album. This felt very cool. Everybody was very focused, very one-minded, single-minded on making something heavy and brutal. And you know, I thank all the members for that and for giving me such a good time in the studio. Each one of them makes me laugh in a different way. So,
can you just take a quick second and introduce their names and who they are and like kind of like where they're from?
Right. Most of them are from, well, all of them are living in Santa Barbara right now. Evan Pitts is from Santa Barbara. He plays guitar. Jeff Kendrick, he plays guitar. He's from Boston. Then you've got John Miller on bass, John Berkland on drums, and myself, Dez Farara. So.
And now you guys are kicking ass here, back again in Texas. And unfortunately, we haven't had the opportunity to catch you before tonight, man. But we're really, really fucking stoked.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. I saw you walk up on the bus actually, and I said, "Oh fuck, he has no idea what's gonna hit." I mean, these people have no idea. You know, we come out, we open up with the first song on the album, "Nothing's Wrong," and from then on out, you know, the mouths are just wide open. People are they just don't know what's gonna hit them. And we like to be a fucking freight train, man. That's what we're all about.
My prediction is that you'll probably be headlining a gig like this in the near future.
Yeah, I mean, it's all good. You know, we're starting over. I'm starting over personally, and I love it. I love to open up for bands. We'll play any time slot. We'll play anywhere with anybody. It's not all about are you headlining or are you not. You know, a lot of people have said on this run, well, we think you should be headlining. And absolutely not. Opeth is an insane band. They're fucking so talented. 13 albums out, and we're just proud to share the stage with them. And Moonspell from Portugal, very, very cool guys. But, you know, we're definitely going to come around and do some headlining runs. I could see doing a headlining run in Texas maybe sometime in March or April, maybe just a little week or two, you know, just to kind of cut our skin.
So what? Obviously, you're indicating that you're probably going to be touring the rest of the 2004. And where will you be going? Will you be taking this heaviness to Europe or Japan or anywhere else around the world?
We're definitely going to Europe. I mean, we did the 3 months with Superjoint Ritual all over the States. Now we're doing this thing. We're going to go over to Europe. We're going to come back and hit some more stuff here. Maybe possibly a festival here, as well as some festivals in Europe again. So we're going to make our way all over the world, basically, before we go in to deliver another album, which I promise everybody, you're going to get an album like once every 13, 14 months with this band. You're not going to have to fucking wait. And the next album is even going to be more brutal, and that's that.
And my people out there have become very familiar with DevilDriver. We've been spinning the video for I Could Care Less. The first week I had it in my hands, it was on air. That's such a kick-ass video. I really dig it. The mystique behind it and dealing with the devil or whatnot. But videos are something that we cling on to. Des, do you still think that they're important?
I definitely. I think any tool to get the artist out there is really important, especially for a band like DevilDriver, which doesn't get a lot of radio airplay. Obviously, we're not the radio darlings. So, you know, any tool is a good tool, and we had fun doing that video. That was my second directorial debut, you should say, because I also directed the Fiend video for Coal Chamber. So I love all that too, getting behind the camera, and we had a good time doing it, and people really are liking it. So it's working out as a great tool.
And as I want to just take one step back, I heard a rumor that you guys were going to be on Ozfest. Can you dispel or approve? I hate to put you on the spot like that, but you know.
If I knew the rumor was true, I would approve. I mean, as of right now, you know, we're basically out there doing our thing. We're showing everybody what we're about. I have a long history with the Osbournes, as you know. They managed me before. I love that family dearly, and I honor those people greatly. If they choose to have us on the Ozfest, we'll do it, and we'll show everybody what's up. So.
And as you've been taking this jaunt across the country, what's the reception been like from, you know, your previous fans? Are they more accepting of this new era in your musical life, or are you finding a little bit of, you know?
Yeah, well, with any time you change anything, even a relationship, you're making new friends or whatever. So, you know, if you lose fans, you gain fans. I haven't really noticed that. I've seen a lot of Coal Chamber shirts, and then I've seen a lot of kids making their own shirts that say Coal Who, and then they put DevilDriver on the back. And so there's a lot of this thing going back and forth with, you know, what's better, what's not. And I just say to all the fans, you know, don't think what's better or what's worse. Just listen to music, and if you like it, cool. What I did is in my past, and what I'm doing is in my future, and I'm sure there's going to be more stuff that you're going to love or you're going to hate. But either way, fuck it, I'm going to give it to you straight from my heart, you know.
And as we are kind of skimming the surface on that topic. I have to ask Dez because people are going to drill me if I don't next week at the bar. But are you saying? I remember officially the last I heard that it was just you and Meigs were Cold Chamber, and that was it. And then soon afterwards, I heard about the disbandment. But are you saying that you'll never do Cold Chamber again with Meigs, or you think that there's a possibility in the future that, you know, somewhere down the line that you could get back together with him and do some music as Cold Chamber?
You know, I got to give an analogy to that. The only way I can do it is you're sitting at a restaurant with a woman that you've been dating, you know, for about a year, and you're really loving her, and someone comes up and asks you, you know, hey, are you ever going to get back together with your old girlfriend? You really can't speak about it. And that's the only analogy I could give. You know, right now I'm having a great time with what I'm doing. I think I had a great run with Cold Chamber. We did a lot of great things, man. We gold albums and this and that, and toured the world, and you know, I did a song with Ozzy. We did a lot of great things. So, you know, best maybe to let Sleeping Dogs lie for a while, definitely.
Well, it's great to definitely see you out. I was pleasantly surprised to see you back and heavier than ever. You have any last words for the people out there in San Antonio? Because this little jaunt didn't cross through San Antonio, so the people who are out there didn't get to come out to see the show, I'm sure are going to be wanting to see you guys, you know, down in San Antonio.
Well, we're going to do a whole Texas run, so everybody just get on the website, DevilDriver.com, and tell us where you want to go. And we'll be there. But to anybody who supported me in anything I've done in the past, thank you so fucking much. And in the future, put DevilDriver in your car and fucking get it going.
Remember, San Antonio, the latest from DevilDriver is out on the streets, the self-titled debut. You better go pick that shit up. Remember, only the heaviest rock on Rob's MetalWorks, and I'm hanging with my man, Mr. Dez.